was born and raised in Montreal, Canada. And when I moved to Chicago in 1976, after the Summer Olympics in Montreal, and when we arrived in Chicago that summer, um, when you come into Chicago from the south along Lake Michigan, the skyline of Chicago is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
And even though I was only 12 years old, going into sixth grade, um, something about that skyline when I was coming into Chicago at that age from a different country just mesmerized me, just like took me by, not by surprise, just it took me, and I always remember loving city skylines. I was just enamored and enthralled by city skylines, and I think it was because of the way we approached Chicago. I think growing up in the 70s in Chicago, it was such a livable city. We were so proud of it when I went to college in the 80s, and then came back in the 90s to work here. Um, it just gave me such a wonderful feeling. Chicago just was in my heart in terms of whatever I can give back, whether it was through work or through charitable organizations. You just wanted to be a part of the city. You just wanted to see it grow. I was taught when I first started in the industry, always return a phone call, even if you don't have anything to tell that person. Don't duck the phone call. Just tell them I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have any more information. Don't just not return a phone call. Always be honest. Nothing but trouble happens if you try to fib and squirm your way through the truth.
Definitely.
Always comes back. And if you live by a couple of those values, to always be upfront, to always respect people the way you want to be respected, treat them the way you want to be treated. Chicago today is all about Lake Michigan, and you know Daniel Burnham, one of the first architects of our city, always said that do not build along the lake, do not allow any construction, do not allow any development along the lake, and that over 100 years ago has preserved our city. I work with a lot of non-for-profits, mostly with uh, economically disadvantaged children, whether it's through CPS, the Chicago Public School System, in getting them clothes, whether it's books, whether it's backpacks for school. Um, there's a non-for-profit that I'm involved with called Cradles for Crayons that provides all of these items for economically disadvantaged kids. The interesting thing about our industry is I'm dealing with a lot of successful people. And when you approach other successful people in my industry, in real estate, everybody is willing to be involved, to give back. We've been so blessed and lucky to be successful in Chicago in our industry that when I approach other leaders and people that I've worked with, they are willing to collaborate. They're willing to be involved, whether it's being on the board or just helping out or even writing a check. Everyone is always open, and you never. I think I met two gentlemen, Judd Malkin and Neil Bloom. They were with JMB, which was one of the largest real estate companies in the 70s, and then they just kept growing and growing. And two of the most successful real estate people in Chicago to this day. And I met them early on in the late 80s and when I first started in the business in 1987. And they'd really influenced, my path going forward. Get involved with a company that has those same, values, core values, beliefs that they want, that they've participated in giving back to Chicago, that they are involved on an annual basis, and that the employees are involved from a charitable aspect, not just with monetary support, but also with actual physical and giving their time and effort to whatever charitable organization that company is involved.